Oh no. Certainly. When I put the camera. Yeah. Wow. Hi, Robbie.
Hello, Fela.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice running into you.
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, I'm biking across Canada, and I met you in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And
You're amazing, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. You too. And you really have a nice home. And I really thank you for accepting to this interview in my channel. How long you've been living in your van?
Just over 2 years now. I left my sticks and brick home 2 years ago in June. So this past June.
Oh wow! Happy anniversary, almost.
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
how your family have and your friend have reacted to this decision?
Well, people know me, and they know me, you know, that I do things that sometimes are a little bit different, and so my close friends and family knew that there was no talking me out of it once I set up my mind to do something anyhow, and my son was a very big encourager.
Oh wow! How did he encourage you?
He showed me how to live off the grid. He's traveled and camped in national forests and BLM land, and he's a big traveler, so he taught me a lot.
Oh wow! And what made you want to live off the grid?
Yeah, well, a few years ago, well, I was a school counselor. That was my job.
Okay.
And I had thought that I would live and work until I was 66, pay off my home, and then I'd be able to travel and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, we had a financial downturn, and so actually Governor Walker
Okay. Which state is it?
Wisconsin.
Oh, okay, yes.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
Made things very difficult, and so I was actually bringing home $200 a month less than I had been, and it was, when you're my age, I'm 62, it makes a big difference. Lily, stay here. And so I decided I don't need a house, I don't need this stuff, and for my mental health, I decided I can do whatever I need to do, and I love to travel, and I read a lot of blogs about people who live this life, and it just sounded like it was exciting, so it continues to be exciting. I like it.
Oh wow! And how did you choose your van? Because what is different from RV is this one really, like, it looks like a van outside. It's converted van. So how did you choose it?
That was really important to me, to make it look like it was just a vehicle, because there are times when I park on streets or near parks or whatever. Lily, stay here. And I like to be able to do that without people knowing that, like I'm squatting or think that I'm indigent or something like that. And so it just makes it a lot easier. Plus, I needed to go off the grid. My first goal was to go to Alaska and hang out, and so I did that my first summer. And I didn't want to have to pay a lot of money to go to RV parks, and I didn't like the idea of blue water, there's So I decided I investigated, I went online, and I decided that I would have a composting toilet.
Okay.
And so that I wouldn't need to pump out, and I wouldn't make the environment any smellier than it already is. And then I went with solar panels. I did some investigation, and I have 3 solar panels on top and 3 batteries. So I have lights. I have, I'm always doing something with, recharging some appliance or cooking. I cook with 12-volt appliances.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be able to do all of that.
Oh wow! But for example, how did you choose the model or the power engine? Was it a new van? What were your major points?
Well, I had a certain amount of money. I wanted to pay for it up front. I didn't want to have loans on it. I wanted, and so it needed to be small, because I really couldn't afford, a great big huge thing.
Yeah.
And not only that, I wanted to be able to have good gas mileage.
Yeah.
I get 20 miles per gallon
Okay.
with my used Sprinter. It's diesel, and so
Okay.
it's a hardy vehicle.
Yeah.
And I thought that in the future I might be going to South or Central America, Mexico, and I know that they use a lot of diesel
Yeah.
vehicles in
Oh,
other
okay.
countries, and I thought it's a universal type of thing.
All right.
It was a used vehicle because it would have been way expensive to buy something or to buy it ready-made.
Yeah.
I did a lot of investigation online, people who live like this, and people who live aboard boats. I have friends who live aboard boats, and so how to configure it and how to make it so that I could live like this.
Oh, and you got help, like how to configure it inside, to install your solar panels and
Yep.
all that. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And the gentleman who did the interior for me, he'd never done it before, but he's a furniture maker and a cabinet maker, and my neighbor and my friend, and so he, when I asked him to do it, he said, buy all of the things that you want to put in it, and then we came in here and we set things around and went, oh, this will work here and that will work, and so he figured it out, and then added some extra little touches that I didn't even know about, and then he created it for me.
Oh, wow. And just for me, if I want to have the same van than you and living the same kind of lifestyle, what should I consider acceptable as a budget, like per month, for example?
I live on, well, it depends,
Yeah.
on whether so I rarely pay for parking. Usually I'm off the grid. However, if I'm in an area where I have to pay for parking, like if it's cold outside and I need to plug in my space heater or something like that, then it gets more expensive. But for the most part, I live on about $1,200 a month.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I'm saving money. I saved enough money in the first year and a half that it paid for my trip to South America for 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And the major part of this budget is like for
Fuel.
Fuel, all right, for diesel, because you travel a lot.
Exactly.
Okay.
I try not to fill up more than every other day. And if I fill up every other day, I can still stay within my budget.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm taking a few days off now and again, but
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So the major part is like fuel, diesel. All right.
Right.
And without diesel, for example, if I stay in a town, in a city or something, like how do I...
Well, for me, when I stay in one area, I end up spending more money on going out to eat and and things like that. But it depends upon your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You can live extremely cheaply because, I really don't know, but you can live very cheaply like this.
And so far, where have you traveled with your home?
Well, the first summer on the road, I went to the West Coast, and then I headed up through British Columbia. Beautiful. Went up to Alaska.
I know. I bike them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You bet.
Good strong leg muscle for that
it's
one.
Not only fat.
Muscle.
Oh yeah. Read my lips, muscle.
And that was beautiful, so I did that and went up through Alaska and Denali and the Kenai Peninsula and all of that, and lovely. And then I traveled the West Coast that fall, and then the South Coast that winter, and then kind of the East and Central, and then back across to Portland. And I've done that a couple of times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you tell me now you find out an organization for you because like in the winter it's still cold in southern America, in southern United States.
Yes.
So you find a way for you to organize your life?
Right.
How is that?
Well, the first winter, first of all, I discovered Habitat for Humanity Caravanners program, which is a bunch of mainly retired older folks who live or travel or both in their RVs, and they go to various places and they camp and help build houses or rehab houses. So I was doing a lot of habitat for work then. And thank goodness, because that allowed me to stay in one place and plug in my space heater, because it was so cold. Even it was snowing in Georgia 2 years ago when I was down there. I went down into Florida, which was better, but really the only warm place was the Keys, and nobody can afford to live in the Keys.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was able to save enough money that I spent this winter, the hardest part of the winter, in South and Central America.
All right.
And from now on, I'm planning to do that because I like to be warm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you speak Spanish?
Just a wee bit, but I'll learn more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And how do you organize yourself with internet, mail, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I have, you know, I have a, well, it's really not that hard, and you know, today, as you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And going to McDonald's or, you know, fast food restaurants to use their internet is something I do frequently when I'm on the road. Plus, I have a little Verizon hotspot, and so, you know, I can turn that on, and, you know, my evenings quite often look like other people's evenings. I'll pull up someplace, and it's nice if it's out, you know, in the forest or someplace. That's what I prefer. But if I'm traveling in an urban area, I'll pull up and I'll kind of close things up so it doesn't look like there's anybody actually living in the van. I'll turn on Netflix, watch a few programs, have a glass of wine, make some dinner, you know, go to bed. Just
like a regular.
Yeah, just normal stuff. Yeah. It's fairly easy.
Is it not like I heard in the US and of Northern America? It's very convenient to stop in Walmart car park. Is it true, or is it still safe, or you know what I mean?
It's first of all, every place is safe. People ask about, you know, ooh, aren't you afraid? What you know?
Yeah, and you're a woman.
Yeah,
you know, this kind of stuff.
And you know, my attitude is I have met so many wonderful people. I have not met anybody that threatens me. So even though yes, Walmarts are safe and I can stop there, I prefer not to because it's kind of urban. So if I can find a place kind of quiet and off by myself, I prefer it. But I'm safe. I carry bear spray and an aluminum baseball bat and a bad attitude if I need. Plus my dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, who needs all of that stuff? You know, I've never had a need for anything. You know. How about you?
Oh, it's the same thing. I'm just surprised, like continuously surprised by the kindness of people. They like I have a feeling it's just only on TV or on the news we hear bad things, because they're here, they want to help you, they want to communicate with you, they feel interested in you. And,
exactly. You know, I think the same thing. I was wondering if it was some sort of conspiracy that, you know, all of these news about all of these awful people doing awful things. It's like, well, I haven't met anybody awful.
Well, I have my theories. Just the journalists camp, you know, outside of police stations and fire department, and that's their job, like camping there and then waiting for something to happen.
Trying to scare the rest of us, and it's, you know, the world is not very scary. It's very loving and very.
And you know what you're talking about because you've been traveling so much. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
You too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't. What kind of advice you would give to people who watch us on how to set up your home? Do you have any advice or kind of little like trick that you find out very useful to know?
Okay. Well, for setting up the van, I think the most important thing for me was to be as ecologically responsible as possible, to have a small footprint. And so solar works wonderfully. I highly recommend solar.
Can you give the references of your solar panels?
Well, it's, you know, I'm trying to think of the name of the organization. They're out of Oregon, the state of Oregon, And if you just go online and Google it, you can find everything. But you know, it came as a package, and I had an electrician install it. It works wonderfully. I am overpowered, if anything. You know, I could probably get a microwave or a TV in here and still have all that, which, you know, I don't want. I'm happy without, but yeah, I'm always overpowered. The composting toilet, I know a lot of people are like, ooh, you know, you carry your own shit, and it's like, yeah, I literally live with my own shit, and in my van, and it does not smell.
I'm here. I don't smell a thing. Like,
just FYI, you know, if I've always had dogs, when dog poop is dry, you know, it doesn't smell, does it? Our poop does not smell either when it's dry. So if you separate the pee and the poo, then you do not have, you know, you don't have a smelly product.
Okay. Where do you buy your composting toilet?
I bought it online. It's called a C head. C like composting.
All right. Okay.
And it was actually Sonny Graves out of Florida actually designed this one, and he calls it a moldering toilet, not a composting toilet.
Okay.
He designed it for liveaboard or for boating, for the boating trade, which is where most of them came from. And I'm using a sawdust product for the compost, and then the urine goes into a little jug that I discreetly dispose of every other day or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any other advice?
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. If you don't need something, try it without. You can add it later on. It's very fun to figure out ways of doing things that are simple. Yeah. And it feels good. Yeah.
Like the happiness comes from simplifying your life.
It really does.
Yeah.
I own nothing other than what's in my van now. I had a house, and you know, I sold or gave away everything, and this is Lily agrees.
There's another dog. Yeah.
Lily, quiet. Getting a biscuit over there. Lily's very jealous.
All right, so can you show us around? And
I would be delighted to.
Okay, awesome. Maybe do you want to carry the camera so then you can, you know what you're showing us.
Okay. All right. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
So this is my stuff?
Yep. If you wouldn't mind moving it, I'll show my
of
refrigerator first.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, I did some research, and you see that magnet up there?
Oh,
and down here?
Oh, yeah.
My builder thought of this. So it stays up there and it doesn't go on my head. So this is the refrigerator. You can see it's an ARB. It comes out of Australia.
Awesome.
And it could be a freezer if I wanted to.
Awesome.
I carry everything I need.
Oh, yeah.
No problems. It's actually frozen at the bottom because I like my edamame. And there's edamame down there. This is actually for cooking outside. So I don't know if you can see. You undo this and this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you flip it down and it adheres to here. And so then I have a table to cook with outside. And so I keep, you know, all of my outdoor cooking stuff down below here. Somebody's moving.
Yeah.
Back in. Lily's water dish. Okay. Right now, the top is down, but I can pull it up. So this is my closet. You can see.
Awesome. It looks like a real closet.
It is.
Like, I mean, in a home.
Yeah, I know. So, and my dog food down there. So, I have plenty of clothes. I'm not. Did you see?
Yeah. I can see.
Yeah.
From here, yeah.
So, that's my closet. And there are used clothing stores all over the United States and Canada and all over the place. This is my toilet.
Awesome, it looks very comfy.
And as a matter of fact, it is. It's also a lounge chair.
Like in the good old times.
Yes. And so when I sit here, let me see, everything is, I don't have it set up, so I'm going to have to move things.
Okay.
But you can see that this will pull up.
Yeah.
And so I have a table in front of me,
okay.
so I can eat and use my computer here and all of that. My sink.
Yeah.
Which
it's very neat on this.
Yes.
This working board.
I know my builder decided I needed a stainless steel countertop. Isn't that lovely though?
Oh, this countertop is just awesome. Oh yeah. And
the cabinet work is beautiful too. You can see I use a foot pump.
Okay. Oh right. Okay, I can see that.
And I have a 17-gallon water tank. Oh, I want to show this. I think this is so lovely. This my builder did a beautiful job here.
Yeah, like in a boat.
Yep. His name is Aaron, and his last name is Laux.
Okay.
And he's out of Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And then you can see I have electricity everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Oh, and you have a fan. That's awesome.
I'm not in. I'm not dying here of heat
and
or anything.
And we can't see you from the outside, right? They are like.
No.
Yeah.
The windows I can see out, but when people are outside, they can, if it's light in here, they can see indoors.
Okay.
But other than that, not.
Yeah.
Here, show you. My cupboards look just like your cupboard, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my coffee maker, and my grape. I have everything I need. My cutting board, down here I've got my appliances and more food.
That's
a bottle of port for the evenings.
Oh wow!
Some crackers, some cheese, some meat.
Oh yeah. Like really, that's so comfy.
And down here, I'm going to pull this. Oh, here. Why don't you? Yeah. Okay. You can see. Can pull that out, and then there are wings underneath that I can pull out. And
so that it's kind of a bed.
Yep, so I can make a bed. Yeah, that's good. So I can make a bed there if I don't want to raise the top.
Oh yeah, because the top also can be a bed.
Yes. And so the top is made out from Sportsmobile, and what I do is I undo this latch, I push up the top, and then this, it's kind of hard to see here.
Yeah.
This is the bed, and then this part goes up.
Okay.
Right. And so then I use the ladder I have in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And I set it here, and I crawl up there, and it's like being in a tent on a tree house. It's wonderful. I love it.
Oh, wow.
And I have to introduce my dog, Lily. Lily. Lily, come here. Sit. Sit. This is sit, stay. This is Lily. Lily travels with me. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and this is like your boat. Like you keep it like very simple.
Yep. And that's Lily's co-pilot seat. That's where she sits. And it's just a regular. And here, if you want to hold this, I'll show what I do when. This is my garbage. I don't need to show that. When I'm someplace at night and I don't want people to know that I'm here.
Oh, right.
I have a blackout curtain.
Oh, yeah.
It goes all the way down. And it's very effective.
Yeah.
People don't see. I also have coverings for the back windows, and so that people don't see in.
Awesome.
This hanging right here, I unfurl this when I'm someplace, and that's actually just a regular curtain, and it keeps the mosquitoes out.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so thank you very much, Ruby. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Well, thank you for coming to my home. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Oh, take a look at the top.
Oh yeah.
That rises up.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm zooming. Yeah. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ruby. Bye. Thank you.